Okay, good. All right, now we're ready to go. Again, sorry about that, but yeah, here we go. So we'll start with the 2013s for a bit. A really great start. Then things kind of went a little bananas with the rain and the way the other team was playing, very physical, uh, and just not good. So we'll watch that. We'll let that load for a little bit. I don't know why my internet is so slow today, so that might be a problem. But I do want to highlight some things, pretty important. And it seems like we have the same problem with every age group. And I can imagine we had the same problem with all the age groups. So I do really want to go through this. Hopefully, this will open. Recent files, fetching files from server. Perfect. Okay, we can let that load a little bit. Okay, so you'll see this little dot here. That's the rain. That's what I was talking about. So sorry for that. But a really great start here for this 2013 team. Let's make this big. Okay. Let's hold. All right, here we go. And we can play. All right, so here's kind of where it gets a little funky. Now I like this, Arion. Okay. You were able to kind of see, right, that there were two players in front of you. So we stopped it. Now the correct decision, Mason does a really great job here of checking out, so he opens the space in. I would have also liked to pass back to Mert there, right? So we can attract them out, okay? Because if not, that's usually what happens. Mert now gets that ball here, and then he hits it, which is a great shot there. Okay, so a really great start for us. Now, when we break this down, I don't know if we'll be able to here, and we look at the stats. Mm, 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 mm. Okay. Uh, we can see here really a lot of possession, which was really great. I thought the first half we did pretty well. More shots, uh, free kicks. It was just a they had a penalty. I don't know why that penalty is on us, but anyway. Um, yeah, I mean, if we look at kind of the game overall, it's really not that bad. Pretty even possession. Let's look at the passing strings. I don't know how reliable this is because of this kind of dot in the middle of water. Yeah, so 9, the longest passing streak was 9, which I really love, but just not a lot of passes in general. A lot of kind of working together and switching. And that was really the issue. I think if we look at this team, not only them, but also the older ones, which we'll get to. Okay. What we didn't really do as much, and let's say we're the yellow team here, is that shift. Okay. Now, a lot of the time when we shift, we've gone too much, right? And it has to be understood that when that ball is on one side, we're shifting into the half space. Okay. But I would say we were shifting into the center space. As that ball travels, we need to get super big. And we didn't do that with every age group. Okay. And we'll be able to see that. I mean, I don't know when next we'll be able to get possession, but let's see here. Okay, Ian, I don't know why you're standing and not just trying to win the ball there in the back. Okay. That's it. That's great. All right. So we can see that here with our players. Looks like our players are in blue here. Okay, so we can really maximize this as that ball is going. Okay, so we can already see if we get big into the interactive player. Let's just go back 5 seconds here. Okay, so Ian, you're doing a good job of supporting, but what I want to see more of is, right, because now the defender has it, so we got to go all the way out. Okay, this is not the line, by the way. Um, and that's really the space that we're missing, because if you were to check out wide, look at the amount of space you end up having. And this is what we just didn't do at any age group, right? So you're coming in, okay, and just not wide enough. Okay, that was a good idea, because why was this okay? Why are we okay with going long there? What do you
We
think?
have an advantage.
Yeah, we have an advantage up there and they're pressing really high, right? So that's fine, right? I don't mind that, right? So that was actually really good. Okay, just not the right execution, but it's a really good idea. Mason loses his shoe there. Good. Right. And then we start to see the same pattern and issues, right? And it's really the midfield that's the issue. Because where did the midfield start in the goal kick? Where do they start? How high? How high do the midfielders start? You guys should all know this by now. There's 13 players on the call. Oh, wait. Where should Ian be?
In the white space?
In the wide space, and where else?
Push up.
Push up to what? To
The defender?
mm,
Half?
half, right? So now we're stuck with the furthest that we can go is with Andre, and Andre is covered by 4 players. So that doesn't make sense. And if we do get that ball to Ian, right? Instead, I'd rather get that ball to Ian up here, right? Or Ariane up here. That's really the goal. And as that ball comes, we're attracting them. And now Ian's going to be completely open. But again, we don't do that, right? So these are the basics from a tactical point of view that we don't do. And now Ian's pushing in. Okay, he's pushing in, which is fine. Ariane's just going. Okay, that's fine. Okay, just a cross there. Oh, but he scored anyway. But yeah, I would have really liked to seen that cross. I don't agree with that call. Okay, but we can already see here Ian's way past the center space. So this is really what we need to focus on. So all the players here that are playing 7v7, that's the most important thing here. Okay. Now look, we win that ball and no one's in the wide space on the weak side, right? So this is the trouble that I found in this game, and we're going to see the same thing with the 2010 game as well. Yeah, I don't really want to watch the first half. Um, so let's get into the second half. Okay. Let's get here. Now we're gonna do a lot of work here. Okay, and really just understanding. Yeah, so this was all speed here. There's no reason to watch that. Or actually there is. Let's talk about that here. Where is it? Oh, okay. Okay, Liam's way offside here. I mean, Ryan's way offside. I guess we can't really see more of the ball now. So we have to understand now that we're going to be playing against. So first of all, Ishan. I don't know if Ishan's on the call, but I've got two other goalkeepers on the call. So tell me what's going on with the goalkeeper. That's a problem.
He's not. He's two in the.
He's not
He's
what,
two in the net.
Lucas? Yeah,
He's
and
two in
look
the
what
net.
happens now because he's two in the net.
He's not.
Now, that's why we don't stay back. Okay. That's the exact reason why I tell you and Robertson to get up. Because had he had been where you are, Lucas, usually, and we can look back here, okay, which was right here. That's usually where you'd be. You would have been back there for a back pass, right? And as a result, there, Josh, who just, I don't know if you can see, but just gets his body in between, would have been able to poke the ball back to you, right? But there's no one there. So that's how we get scored, right? So just the positioning issue there. Okay. So Roberts and Lucas, this is why I keep telling you push up, push up, push up, push up, push up. Okay. And again, really just the pace. And again, Ishan's in the net. Okay. He just completely misses the ball there, but that's the problem, right? So goalkeeper out of the net. And then let's look at our positioning as group. It's actually not that bad. Okay. I don't mind that. Just a little bit slow here. Okay. We did fix that issue later on, though, with changing of positions. Okay. So if we stop it there, Amir. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So where should you be in this position now?
I should have been a bit to the far right.
Yeah. So you are way out of position because whoopsies. Right. You are right here, but you're a fullback, aren't you? So you should be way over there. So I don't know how you got from one place to the other, but
I was playing the other side.
oh, were you? Well, it looks like there's a
I think
mix up.
I think I got subbed down here.
But see,
Oh, there it is.
now you're
Oh,
coming into
oh yeah, sorry.
yeah. Right. So look at how high up you are. Whereas we want the fullback to drop back to help on defense. Right. So that should have been your guy.
All right.
Right. And again, look at you. You're standing, waiting to go up when we need you on defense. So now we're down a defender. Right. Right. So you should be hugging that line. And again, it's the same issues with both age groups. Right. So no one, when we have the ball, is hugging the line. Right. So then we're forced to kick it out, which is not what we wanted to do in the second half. We wanted to play more to feet. Okay. And then we're able to do that there. Okay. But yeah, this is where you get hurt and come off. Okay. Okay. And now we look at our back line, right? And we're not in line, right? So what we spoke about at practice, right, with the older ones is, first of all, again, Ishan's not where he should be. Is what should we be doing more of every time that ball is being passed? This is what we spoke about in the 2010s. Go ahead.
Scan and look for a passing lane.
Okay. But what if we don't have the ball? What should we constantly be doing on defense when we don't have it? Well, sorry,
Staying quick.
when the opponent is making a pass. So every time the opponent passes, we do what?
Stay on our players.
Nope.
Yeah,
But the
smaller
passing lane,
Nope. Jeffrey, you should know this. England, you should know this.
scan.
Nope.
You talk or you like
Talk.
shift.
Right? So after every pass, we should be talking on defense, which we're not doing, right? We're not looking to make sure, which scanning, you said, but the conversation is not happening, right? There's no reset. We're just attacking, attacking, attacking. Okay. Now, this was our first game, and I understand that. And we're really trying to figure it out. Okay. But stuff like this shouldn't be happening, right? No one's going to the ball. Okay. Now, when we try and move the ball here, okay, look at what happens. We have the ball now. What do we see?
We're too crowded.
Yeah, we're too crowded, right? So we're not in our positions. And as soon as we win that ball, we got to get big into our position. And that has to be the most important thing. Getting into our position and finding a passing lane as soon as we can. Okay. And we just didn't do that here in that second half. Okay.
you know what the score was?
Yup. It was a lot to not a lot. Okay. That's a great ball there. Okay, but if we're overloading, right, which means having more players on one side, if we're overloading this side, the far side, that's the side where we should get that ball to. Okay. But overall, if we stop here and we break down the game, right, it's not really in our favor. Nothing really is, right? The possession stats, 58 to 42. Okay. Passes, it beat us there too. If we look at the pass strings, they're very small, right? Very, very small. Our longest pass, consecutive passes, was 4 passes, right? So these are things that we really have to work on. And this is really what we're going to be doing Wednesday and Friday and getting ready for our season opener because this was just a cup game. So it didn't really matter that much. But that's really kind of the next step. Okay. Right. So stuff like that, just small mistakes. Right. We just kind of gave up. Right at a certain point here. Okay, and that's pretty good. I think Russell really helped when he came on. Right. And that should have been the big press here. Right. And if we look, England, you're not even looking at your fullback. Right. We're not talking to our fullbacks. It's just not, right. We're just not communicating enough. That's great there. It's a great ball. I think that might be where we score. No.
Like how it's
Hmm? Right. And it just seems very nervous. We're not calm. Look, okay, we're just not in our positions here. Your touches are too big. Okay, that's great so far. Okay, and then that's good, Jeffrey. But where do you go, Jeffrey, now? Instead of dropping in, where should you have gone?
Between like between the fullback and the center and
Center
England.
defender. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. Right, that's where we want you there. That's a great tackle by Raphael. But we have a lot of work to do, right? And the main idea here, if we exit out of this, right? If this is supposed to be our shape on defense, right, where it's that 4 back and that 3 midfield, I didn't see the fullback drop both of them at the same time, right, to create a back line of 4. And that has to be your responsibility, right? And I didn't see the weak side attacking mid drop back because Jeffrey didn't talk to him, right, to drop back, right? And I didn't see us shift to the strong side, right, to create this kind of 4-2-1 shape from our defenders in our midfield, right? So this is stuff that we haven't really seen. And then if we look at our attack, right? Again, I didn't see this inverted fullback shape and this shape on offense when we have it. Right? So this is really a lot of work that we need to do. Okay? Good. All right. That's it. That's enough. Let's